we're talking about Richard Dawkins and The God Delusion, Daniel Dennett in Breaking the Spell, and Sam Harris, who wrote The End of Faith, as well as The Moral Landscape and other books, and Christopher Hitchens with his Immortal God is Not Great. Now, taking them one by one, Richard Dawkins, very quiet-spoken gentleman, very mild-mannered, with the patience of a saint. If you ever watched him talking with Wendy, the creationist, oh my. The man has got the patience of a saint. I would have slapped her long ago, face it. People that stupid, that determined to be willfully blind and ignorant. There's no hope for her, you know. However, as a writer, you may be a great biologist, but as a writer, I'm sorry. I find it difficult to get through the book. Now, Daniel Dennett is another kettle of fish altogether. Extremely erudite. The man has also got a sense of humor. Very, very subtle sort of fellow. But then he's a philosopher. So naturally, we'd get along just fine, wouldn't we? Big, uncompromising. And he's just appalled by the arrogance, the fundamentalism altogether. Just totally. And his book you could read and read and read time and time again. It is just enthralling, completely. Sam Harris is a nice sort of average sort of guy. He's a physicist, which means he does mathematics. Well, I don't know about you, but I was never that good at differential equations and so forth, so it kind of lets me out. But can science determine what is moral and what isn't? And what does faith really mean? Is faith a path to truth? The answer is no. And the answer is yes. Science can tell you what's moral. And religion and faith is not a path to truth. Now, Sam Harris is also not that thrilling of a writer. Sorry to say. However, Christopher Hitchens is. Now, if you ever want someone who is pungently correct and willing to go gaily into the fray, ta-ta, without let or hindrance, well, that's Christopher Hitchens. He's always up for a fight. He loves to argue. And don't think you're going to get away with much. As you have undoubtedly seen on his many, many interviews and debates and so forth on YouTube and other channels. But I'm telling you, except for one chapter, the one on pigs, where he misses the boat rather entirely, not having studied up very much on the subject of pigs, who, as we all know, will eat you if you can't get away and they're hungry enough. Yeah, they'll eat you. Beware of that the next time you're in the farmyard. Don't let those piggies get out of hand. But his book is worth reading again and again. In fact, read all of them. Every single one of his books. Whether you agree or not. The man's use of language is second only to Daniel Dennett's. Now, really, you have to read these to understand what we're talking about when it comes to the Four Horsemen. Because in the same way an anodyne necklace is a noose, the Four Horsemen of the so-called apocalypse is a way to set yourself free. For if you realize that the Four Horsemen are man-made, just like religion. However, Dawkins, Dennet, Harris, and Hitchens are not there to destroy religion per se. But if you saw someone's head being crushed in a vice, wouldn't you try to stop it? I recommend reading them all. Thank you for watching, and please come again.